Dum, da, 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 da. Hi guys, Alan, Mary, meet everybody. It's MicheleMarieDalene. I have some potential good news. I want to get to you first. One of my neighbors thinks she saw Fame yesterday by the graveyard. So I left the door open today because it's mild today. It's going to be about 14 degrees Celsius. It's not going to be too bad. And that brings the next thing we're going to do is we're going to share the weather information for both the territories I do, which is the United States and the United Kingdom, because we have the maps for both countries up. And we're dealing with specifically the temperatures of each. We will also talk about any other events that are occurring as well. We also want to cover the stimulus proposal, the new HEROES Act, and people have been wondering, Krista asked me, is this thing going to pass? And we'll talk about that too. So first of all, let's take a quick look at the United States weather information. Unfortunately, the stupid American government has never embraced metric fully in the weather maps, which totally drives me ape. But here we got the information. Let me switch this on to the over here so you can see it too. I keep forgetting to do that. That's not going to help you. Not going to help you. We can't see the map, right? So unfortunately, I apologize. It's kind of small. That's okay because when I get to the UK map, it's going to be too damn huge otherwise. So let's go to the temperatures right now. So we'll start with today's temperatures. If you look at today's temperatures in the United States, it shows that for most of the country, it is going to be in the 50s. And then mid-country is going to be in the 70s. And then, of course, in the southernmost tier, it's going to be in the 80s. So we're talking about 10s, 15s, and 23s. Okay, so it gives you an idea. That's for today's high. And that's not bad. That's a good day to open up the door and let the air in and let the cats go around. Especially if Fame is out there. I want to know when he's going to come in. However, tonight's temperature will drop a bit. We won't see any red blisters, as I call them, but I do see a warm pocket of air over the area of Texas, Arkansas, Louisiana, Missouri, and parts of Kansas. And that's going to be the warmest tonight. Temperatures in the 70s and Fahrenheit, and then we will be going and looking at that. It means that there's a warming trend coming in, so soon the Mayflowers should start poking their stems out of the ground. Thursday, we see more red comes in to the area. So we're going to be seeing temperatures in the southern tiers starting to go up to about 80 to 90 degrees Fahrenheit. And then, of course, the Connecticut and the Northeast, we'll see little pockets of 70s and some greens in the 60s. This is for the United States now. Of course, let me take one more day. Let's take a look at Friday. Friday, more of the same, more of the warm air progresses inward into the United States and will be pretty warm. Now, when we go to the meteorological office in the UK, however, we see that those poor people are still going to be very cold. Not exactly fantastically warm. This map is huge, so you're going to have to. Let me see if we can just zoom in down here. This is the map here. We're showing everything in green, with some light pale greens. And then it shows here the things in the greens, that shade says it's going to be about 6 to 8 degrees Celsius. And the Scottish Highlands is going to be about 0 degrees Celsius. Not exactly warm in the Scottish Highlands. Really, I see some lighter greens where it could be 12 degrees in the southern UK. So it's definitely is going to be warming up a bit. It doesn't have the ability to show me projections. I don't think I can animate this map. Can I animate this map? Let's see. Let's see if we can animate this map. Something the American one will not let me do. We can see that the temperatures do not change much at all. It just stays around the same. It's in colder near the Thursdays. You see some colder parts come in, the colder spells, but it's will be getting cooler. So let's step through this map slowly and see if I can do that. So we can go through on Thursday it shows the temperatures are going to be cooling down a bit, and the borough is going to be in the 50s. The point is, however, here's the funny thing: at 7 p.m. on Thursday, 7 in the morning, it shows that the country is going to start out at about high of about 2 to 4 degrees Celsius. It's not exactly going to be amazing, but it's going to be nice. I'm sure that the UK would love to see temperatures like the United States going up. So let's go. Let's turn on a Wayback Machine. And unfortunately, guys, I'm sorry to say for you in the UK, there is just nothing close to 20 degrees Celsius. It just doesn't show up. It's just sad, but it's the truth. So well, let's go back to the comments. I'm sure. I know. I love that a bit, don't you? Okay, we have to switch this camera back here. So let's do that. Okay. All right. So the point is, it's not going to be amazingly warm in the UK. It's not. But it's going to be steady. It's going to be stable temperature. A little bit. It's definitely going to be in the 40s Fahrenheit. So, not really amazing. The next thing is Fame the cat. One of my neighbors said that she believes she saw Fame the cat outside yesterday. So I decided, since the weather is going to be mild, we're going to open the door. We're going to let the cats go in and out and put some food and water outside for Fame. Hopefully nobody will throw the water food away. I really am getting tired of people throwing away my water and my food because it just bothers me to no end. But, it is what it is, and that's my neighbors for you. There's just some people that just don't appreciate anything you do, no matter what you do. So the next thing is the stimulus, the HEROES Act. I do have the bill, all 1,800 pages of it, but I'm not going to put that up here right now. But I am going to tell you that somebody wants to know, is this thing going to pass? Honest answer is not unless the Democrats add the things that the Republicans want. The Republicans want liability protection for businesses, and the Senate and Donald Trump wants his payroll tax cuts. So obviously, those things are going to have to be added to the bill. Obviously, the Republicans are going to be bulking at the $3 trillion price tag. It's not something that they're going to be jumping up and down with joy about, paying a $3,000 price tag for this. But it does include, by the way, bailouts for state and federal governments, tribal governments, as well as a $20 billion bailout for the United States Postal Service. So, and we have to be bailed out the airlines in the first Securities Act. Kind of makes sense that the post office gets bailed out too, considering they deliver for you. Of course, you might say, well, doesn't the United States just go ahead, take the United States Postal Service back under its own wing and run it itself? I don't know. That's a good question. Most countries do run their own postal service. The United States is one of the few that does not have a government mandated monopoly on the postal system anymore. I think that was ended in the 80s, and I think the post office has been bleeding right ever since. So, yeah, it would make sense for the governments to bail out the post office, but will they? I don't know. I hope that will pass. The $20 billion will help with the United States Postal Services issues and pensions and delivery costs and things like that, because it's being hard on them because they're not getting as much first class mail as they used to anymore, thanks to the internet. Let's see what else. Last night's show was a success. We had a lot of people on the show. As I checked this morning before I came on, there was 164 views on last night's stream. Pop was a very fascinating thing, seeing him go against FC in a political dialogue, even though FC basically really wasn't too receptive to it. However, it was still fascinating to see that the two were actually able to dialogue at all, and they talked about things that some people obviously enjoyed. The engagement was there. People were watching it. They were Although some people research pointed out that he thought pop was boring. I can see your point. So research pop can be very boring, especially since he's got a one-track mind. He just likes to do what he did. But I guess it was better than me just doing all the yapping because it actually got a chance for you to hear from somebody else. We want to try to have more impromptu dialogues and cover more impromptu news and events. This video, I'm going to rename it a different stream name because I think it's going to be pretty much sticking on the topic today, which is weather and stimulus. But still, we are going to be seeing some warmer weather. Are we going to have a year without a summer? No, we are going to have a summer. It's going to be cooler this year. It's not going to be as hot. It will be okay temperatures in the United States. It will not be freezing. At least you're not going to need to turn on the central heating in the summertime. However, my landlord had to leave the heating on for longer this on spring because it was still very cold in here. Right now, we got the windows open or the door open, so my apartment right now is getting kind of chilly. So, yeah, that's just nature of the beast. So, I don't see anybody watching the stream. I see one like with us. Thank you very much for the like, much appreciated. And the weather will definitely be improving. So, unfortunately, the Rotary Club annual pet parade for Winston has been canceled because of the coronavirus. So there is no pet parade this year from the Rotary Club, which kind of sucks. To be honest with you, it sucks. And the other thing is that if you could help me reach 1,000 subs, so we can then stream outside. That's something I'd like to be able to do. Is be outside more and streaming outside more. That's what I want to do. We need to get 1,000 subs. Plus, once we get 1,000 subs, we get a community tab, and then we'll be able to have a forum where we can cover news and stuff that doesn't necessarily need a whole big video to cover. We'll also be able to do polls, surveys, and things like that too. But we need 1,000 subs for that. Also, 1,000 subs is required for mobile streaming using a phone. Don't tell me about OBS. Don't tell me about Streamlabs. I know all about it, guys. Frankly, even with a YouTube streamer, there's always problems with my eyesight. Is it going to work well? The fact that my phone is acting like an old, crotchety old guy and it doesn't always want to work right. Well, you know what? That's a great question. I do want to stream on my phone. I want to do more content outside instead of sitting in the house here. So that's definitely something I'm looking into. And lastly, but not the leastly, is that we have some new subs to my channel. Thank you very much for joining last night. We're back to 577 subs. I'm hoping, as I said, within a few months to get to 1,000, and then we can seriously really begin to roll this channel towards the 21st century. Actually more to the 22nd century, but that's going to take a while. But we'll see what we can do. Also, I'm looking to have some more debates. If anybody would like to have a debate or would like to be on the debate panel, we are considering it. It's not too hard to do. Just email me at the contact information I shall put in the screen below, and then you can reach out here. It's just some of this hint. Okay, so hit the contact. Also, for those of you who are first timers here and you want to know where to find the documentary, which does exist, Nightbot. And for those of you who really want to get involved with the cesspit of all, we have our Discord. And we're looking forward to reaching out to all of you guys as many platforms as we can. When are we going to play World of Warcraft again? I'm going to ask that question. I'm going to ask it. The problem is right now is I haven't been playing World of Warcraft lately. I keep my subscription active, but I'm not currently playing it. But I do plan to get back to it soon. Right now, what would happen if we get the $1,200 stimulus? I wanted to bring this up. This is the one thing about the HEROES Act as it is now. I want to point this out. It's a one-time payment of $1,200 per person and includes adult dependents. Will get the $1,200, and children will get the $1,200. For so a family of 4 will get a total of $4,800. It's a one-time payment. It's not a recurring thing. I can take another $1,200 easy. There is reasonable means testing. It's actually in some ways is a regurgitation of the CARES Act, the original CARES Act. But hopefully this time, now that the IRS has the information on file, it won't result in so many boondoggles trying to determine who's going to get paid. Some people have not yet received the paper checks from the IRS. Well, the way the IRS originally set up the paper checks in tiers anyway. If you are the higher you are up in tier, the later your check will be mailed to you. There was a lot of reasons why they did that. The first and foremost one was the issue that they could only print so many checks a week, and I think they said 5 million checks a week. So they figured that instead of basically trying to print everybody willy-nilly, they wanted to print everything in sequence of adjusted gross income from the lowest to the highest. Okay, so that's why it's done that way. Also, right now, as I understand, I did not go through all 1,800 pages of the HEROES Act. It is going to the floor supposedly on Friday to be voted on in the House. Possibly next week if they don't get to it this week. And is it going to go through the House pass and then go to the Senate and pass? I don't think it's going to pass right away in the Senate. I think it's going to have to go back to the House. They're going to have to change some things to make the Senate feel more receptive to doing it. So, yeah, I think you will see the act eventually go through the process, committees, subcommittees, whatever, and then it will be out there. Is it going to be ready for June? I don't know. Okay, it's a huge bill. It's $3 trillion as it is proposed. It is an enormous amount of money going out. We know that Mitch McConnell and other Republicans are saying is we want to wait and see if this is really going to help. Because right now, $3 trillion is more than the United States government brings in tax revenue. So it's just big, and it's clunky, and it's heavy, and nobody is going to deny it's a beast of a bill. Okay, that's a fact. It's just big. I wonder where they get this. I wonder how they managed to type up an 1,800-page bill and in a common sense way. I could just visualize how hard it would be to type that in. They obviously are combining bills together, but it's just massive. The recommended draft by Kamala Harris was only about 12 pages. So we're talking about bills. Now we call these bills the mega bills. Now the mega bills, or sometimes they call them omnibus bills. These bills are huge, very big bills. And so you got to digest them in little pieces. I hope they have a table of contents because the average person has got to go through that. I do know that it's just an enormous example of paperwork when a government goes crazy printing paper. It's just like they said in Total John Island. McLean says, that's one thing about lawyers. They make lots and lots of copies. Absolutely true. They make lots and lots of copies. But the bill is going to be going to the floor on Friday or next week. So we'll see if it gets through the House first. That's the first hurdle. Then it's going to go through the Senate, and that's going to be a bigger hurdle because they didn't add in the liability protections for businesses, and they didn't add in Donald Trump's requested payroll tax cuts. So it's got a good chance it's going to probably just wallow its way through. Like the big, ginormous bill it is. It's huge, and it's like watching something that's oversized trying to go through a tiny door. Okay. Uh, yeah. I don't know how well it's going to pass. So, right now, are we going to have what's the next live stream going to be officially? The next one officially is going to be on Saturday at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I just want to thank all the new subs that came to the channel, and thank you for joining us. And please do share these videos with your friends and your family. And me and Lomi are both working on this channel together. We're trying to make it better. We're trying to make it better. Trying to cover more realistic things and also be a little more creative. Right. And of course, if Fame is outside, please pray for my kitty. I really want him to come home. I put food and water outside for him now. And now I gotta sit out there, babysit the damn food dish so no one steals it. That's another story altogether. There's somebody who keeps stealing my cat dishes. And I don't know if he's keep throwing them away or what he's doing with them. Or they keep slamming the door to the porch and then the cats can't come in. So that's not good either. I do not want my cats to get lost. So, of course, now the weather is going to be warming up tomorrow. We are going to open up the pantry window again. I think Rista will be happy. And I think Frame would be happy too. Yeah, definitely. I think that would be good for everybody. The weather and stuff is warming up for a few days. Guys, the good news is we are going to see a warming trend for a while. But not in the United States. Not exactly huge, but we'll take it, you know? And I don't have to leave the central heating on. That's good for me. It means right now we got the electric heat going, and that's causing my electric bill to go. Yep, definitely. So, guys, everybody, want to thank you for watching this short news broadcast. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment. And I do know that we have moderated commenting on. If you don't see your comment post right away, please do not despair. I will add them as fast as I can, and I will be weeding out the ones that do not have anything positive to say. So if you are hoping to say something nice and you want to have your comment heard, be patient. I will get to you. I have to manually go through every comment, and it takes me time, depending on how many there are. Sometimes there's really nothing there, and in that case, it's like within seconds. If it's a repeat good comment, one that is being clearly is in good standing, I will automatically set it so you can automatically get your comment cleared instantly and not have to go through the approval process. But I also can take away the automatic approval too. So if you act nice and then the next few days start acting like a unnice person, then your comments will be again demoted to subject to review. So just keep that in mind. We're trying to change the channel for the better, and that means I need your help by also making it possible for me to get my videos shared out to more people. I am going to change the name of this video only because the name is a little bit generic, and I think we can cover some more good stuff in the name. All right, guys. Have a nice day. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, everybody.